Okay, good start. Now we go to Aaron, who was suggested by the chat itself, from Brazil. First time seeing Aaron. Maybe the only other Brazilian beatboxer that I know is Dudes, which I really enjoy his musical style. Is there any other Brazilian beatboxer? Just check the stream health. So far so good, no complaints. Dudes is the most famous one. Yeah, for sure. Pan? Oh, PSN. Sorry, the chat is like kind of small for me to see on my other monitor. And I thought it said Pan, but yeah, PSN. Although, yeah, you're right. But whatever happened to PSN? I saw so much potential in him, and then he just sort of disappeared, and we never saw anything from him after the kickback, which is a bit disappointing. I'm sad about that. PSN, I think, to me, could still probably win GBB in the loop category. Maybe producer if he's producing. Who knows with PSN? So much untapped potential. Due to college, damn. How dare college and, higher education get in the way of loops and happiness? It's a shame. All right. Aaron, GBB25 World League Solo Wildcard HIVES. Aaron from Brazil. This is an original mid-tempo cyberpunk track called HIVES. Hope you enjoy. Okay, is my introduction to Aaron. Let's take a look here. Let's go.
Yo, hello. I'm Aaron from Brazil, and this is my wildcard for the Grand Beatbox Battle 2025 World League. Let's go. Open your eyes, see what I see. Open your ears, hear what I hear. Open your soul, feel what I feel. Open your mind, see through the hives. See what I see, hear what I hear, feel what I feel. See through the hives. See through the through the see through the hives.
Man, it reminds me a little bit of Max when he put out his wildcard for GBB 21, I think it was. that sort of surprise, aggression, in your face, kind of loud, right? Kind of very mid-tempo cyberpunk, you're calling it. First things first, we hit the like, I subscribe, and I have a link of the original video down in the description below. First of all, Aaron is sweating a lot, so I just happened to notice that. And if you're sweating that much, maybe take that other shirt off. I don't know, but it looks like he's in a very hot place. Yeah, I like the structure. The sounds were very neat, very clear, like I said, and the way that he was taking his time, like saying some of the lines, the lyrics, and then going into it. There wasn't really like that much of a blend, right, between the vocals and the beatboxing itself. It was like one thing, the other, one thing, the other, like a sequence. Maybe different from what we're seeing, in modern times, where people try to just like blend the whole, like Dilo, what Dilo does, or Jen, they try to blend it all together so it sounds like an actual song. This is maybe a little bit of like old school beatbox sounding to me, but I think it was super solid, especially for somebody that's not that well known, and he's putting out a GBB Wildcard. It's big, and 9,000 views it has. Well, people are getting to know his name, and that's a plus. Yeah, I'm still thinking about it. And there's a lot of visual effects here, right? To sort of add to that world that he's creating, like those punches. Where to place Aaron? And also I like the theme. For, if you're putting out a wildcard, make sure it has a strong theme, identity. And his was HIVES. It has a name. A lot of these I'm seeing no names for the wildcard. And I think it's best to have a name. Maybe even easier to remember. Man, look at this list here. Stitch, Beatbox, Apple Ice. Aaron. Man, I'm trying to remember these wildcards. This was from like last week. There's been so much beatbox in my head that it's hard to keep track of. Also, since I still have to finish reacting to the GBB25 producer battles. Side killer. I think to me, I'm gonna put him below Side Killer and above Benja. Because again, guys, this list for me is based on enjoyability, right? Of course, I'm thinking about the other categories in my head, but I'm not trying to be a judge or anything. I'm just, if I enjoy it the most, then it goes to the top, and the least, then to the bottom. And so in my head, I'm playing like the other wildcards, and I think in terms of enjoyability, even though it was like super solid structure and everything, I have to put it, lower on the list. But it doesn't mean it's not good or that doesn't deserve to be at the top. Maybe somebody else will place it higher. The judges, it could happen. It's just my opinion for now.